Welcome all. So yes, I know it's been very late this time, that it's a long gap of almost 10 days that I'm putting this video. I was extremely busy in so many things happening around. But finally today the time has come for the video of stealing luck. Like I promised, that I'll be making a detailed version of this particular topic. Many of you got interested to know about this in detail. So let's get started, okay? Okay, now stealing luck. What exactly we mean by stealing luck? Are we talking about our own luck, or are we talking about someone else's luck? See, we are talking in this video about both the aspects. Okay, we are talking about that there are some evil people who try to steal other people's luck. If they think that someone is being really prosperous, someone is being really, climbing the stairs of growth in front of them, and if they are not able to do it, they are not hardworking, they don't have that discipline, and so many other factors that leads to success. And success does not come that easy. You need to really grind yourself and work hard for it to achieve something. That is, if with honesty you're doing things, because anything that is done with dishonesty doesn't survive for a long period of time. Always remember this. But there are some people who don't want to work hard. There are some people who just don't want to do anything except just dreaming big and just talking big. So these are the kind of evil thought processes they have in their mind to steal someone's luck, and they think by doing this they will become prosperous. It's absolutely a big joke. Okay, it's absolutely a biggest joke of their lives. Coming to the fact that, are there any tantric processes, evil tantric processes, not just tantric processes, evil tantric processes through which your luck can be snatched or your luck can be transferred to someone else? And yes, unfortunately these things are available in today's Kali times, because people have really started working just for the monetary gains, forgetting the morals. I'm talking about the evilish thought process people. They go to these evil tantrics and evil practitioners who are ready to do all this stuff just for the money's sake, without realizing that how much karmic accounts they're spoiling for themselves, and even for the person who's coming and getting this thing done, the master plan of the person who's actually going for these kind of services. And I always tell you that never go for anything that is evilish, never go for anything that is unnatural, against the law of nature. Never do that, because today or tomorrow, sooner or later, it will come back to you. It will come back to you in a very rigorous way, in a very destructive way. Okay, so yes, you must have heard that there can be some stuff kept in the middle of the roads, some sort of puja samagri or lemons or anything for that matter, red kumkum in the middle of the road, or the corner side of the road, or the four corners, anywhere for that matter. The idea is that whoever hops on from that particular stuff, the puja samagri which is kept there, would transfer the luck, the good luck of that person or that family towards whoever the name has been given to. I mean, whoever this process is being done to gain the good luck in an evil way, it will get transferred to that person. I know it may sound very silly, it will sound very dramatic to some people, but there are some processes like this which do exist. And that is the reason I always say that, be very careful when you're walking on the roads or when you're driving also. Just don't think that these are some kind of jokes, because your life can become a joke if you don't take these things seriously sometimes. You don't have to be superstitious on these factors, but then you need to be more careful, because you never know who is your enemy and who is knowing everything about you, that when are you passing by from that particular road, or your timings and all of that. Okay, so it can be a known person, it can be someone who's randomly just who's just randomly kept this stuff, so that any stranger can just pass by, and they're just not bothered that whether you have any kind of relations with them or not. That's not significant for them. What's actually significant is that anyone should get hold of this process, and their work can be done of transferring the luck. One process is this. Another format is, I always say, to never wear clothes of strangers or even your own house people. At least never ever give your clothes when they are not washed to even your domestic help, because you have those vibrations, you have those your body vibrations in those particular clothes when they are not washed. And when you're donating that also with a good cause, sometimes even through that your luck can be transferred to the person. But we are not going to such factors. We are only here to talk about, and one of the processes I've just talked about. There can be several other processes. Some people can just through your photograph, through your name, your so many other factors, different processes in evil tantric ways that people are utilizing these days. And I've been hearing this a lot. And many people, like I said, who are just good for nothing, who just have nothing else to do except spoiling other people's growth and spoiling other people's prosperity around. They are the ones who do this. And my suggestion and my guidance to everybody who's watching this video is this, that never fall into such traps of of stealing luck or transferring someone's luck towards yourself, because these are stuff that will not last for long. Okay, let's think of it that you got this thing done also for someone, for your enemy or someone that you hate. And first of all, this is just not feasible. But okay, even if you've done that, okay, do you think that will last forever? Do you think that if that person is really hardworking and if that person really knows how to start from the scratch level, will be affected for it for a longer period of time? No. And you never know if that person is let me remind you of one more thing very strongly. If that person is honest, if that person is spiritual, and if that person has the energy levels of the divine protecting him or her, and if then you have done this process through any of the evil tantrics of by your own psychic attacks or whatever you may call, you really think that's going to affect that person? No, it just won't affect that person, because you don't know what energies are with that person to protect him or her. In fact, nothing will go wrong with that person, or even if something goes wrong in a very minute manner, it's just like one small needle just coming in, just touching you like this, and that's it. That's it. But what about you? What about you? What about your karmic stuff? What about you digging your own grave? I mean, it's something like no one has to do a damage for you. It is you yourself who has done immense damage for yourself by even thinking something like this. Forget doing anything, taking an action, even thinking something like this. You are collecting such bad karmic stuff for yourself that you can't even imagine, or your enemy can't even imagine. So skip all of this. Even if you're thinking of doing something, this video is for all the people, the youngsters these days. What they do, they go on the internet, they search several things, different keywords, and there's so many things available on the internet after Corona time, especially because everybody wants to show their knowledge and everybody wants to come and tell various things, which is absolutely fine. But my the only thing that I don't agree with is this, that either do not say something if you're not aware of it completely. Never just come here for earning money through YouTube videos. Give correct knowledge. Everyone is welcomed. But if just for generating some super amazing thumbnails and just attracting the audience, if you're just making any kind of video and even misguiding the youngsters or any other age group, that is something which is just not feasible. And even for the youngsters and all the people who are going through the internet, please be very aware of the fact that any mantras, anything that is available, just don't start practicing those things, because you really don't know that whatever is being said is correct or not. So, okay, listen to a video, research a bit about it, research about the person who is talking about it, see the background of the person, see the kind of work that person has done, and see what kind of image that person holds. Of course, in the internet, there'll be so many people who will be talking nonsense about, different speakers, because they're jealous of each other sometimes, Not everyone, but majorly it's people are sometimes giving these days, I know, some paid services also through which you can write something wrong about someone, but that really doesn't matter. If you really know how to do your work, and if you really are honest in your work, that really doesn't matter. People are quite aware of that, what exactly you are with the course of time, so that really doesn't matter. But then be very aware of that. There is no, see, you can get a spiritual help, you can get all the blessings, everything, but what are those helps for? What are those helping hands for? So that you can work hard, you can collect the courage, the determination, the willpower, the willingness to work hard and to be disciplined and to be consecutive, and getting focused about what you need to do in life, rather than just trying to snatch someone's luck or good luck or fortune or whatever you may call. Never fall for such traps. And even if someone is advising you to do something like this, just end relationship or just end any sort of coordination or contact system with that person, because you are going into wrong hands. So please never be with such people who even think of stealing someone's luck, because ultimately they are just stealing they're damaging their own luck in a long run. Okay. And like I said, that if you're doing that for a spiritual person, it's a joke. Okay. So don't even try that. And even if you've tried it, it's okay. It's entirely fine. But you never know what energies are there. And, if the person is honest, sooner or later that person will rise up all again like a phoenix. So you have to think about yourself, that what karmic things are you doing, thinking of spoiling someone else's luck. Actually, you're spoiling your own. Okay. So this video was for both the parties, people who are not into these things, for them also to understand that these things do happen. So be very careful. And people for these kind of people also who are in a verge of doing something or who have done something like this, for you also to understand that if you haven't done it, step back. If you have done it, what can I say? Okay, don't repeat it. And ask for forgiveness. And I don't know, you have already got your karmic stuff against the law of nature, and for that, of course, you will have to repay in some way or the other, or later. So that's about it. I think I've answered this question in detail, and I'll see you next week with another topic. Till then, goodbye and Jai Mahakali, and all the best. Work hard for yourself, be focused in your work, dream big, but then of course you have to really be disciplined to achieve your dreams. Okay, so Jai Mahakali.